They were lined up early, as always, in Austin, ready to pack the Greg and send a team to Kansas City. For one last time, two-time national champion Emma Halter is ready to play at Gregory Gym. She and her Texas teammates, including the unstoppable Tori Stafford, face red-hot Wisconsin. The Badgers riding a 12-match win streak sparked by the elite play of seniors Carter Booth and Mimi Collier, two programs with championship dreams that have in recent past come true.
Wow. On Wisconsin, at an E, one for Wisconsin.
Hook 'em! Texas, the 2022 national champion! Back-to-back your national champions, the Texas Longhorns!
Welcome to the NCAA Regional Final on ESPN. It is packed, it is loud, it is the Greg here at the University of Texas. And in either Texas or Wisconsin will join three teams in Kansas City. 3 tickets punched. The winner of this match will take on Kentucky on Thursday. Pittsburgh has made it. And Texas A&M, after that epic 5-set win at Nebraska, also going to Kansas City. Great to have you with us here in Austin. Alongside Emily Eman, I'm Eric Freed. What drama, what theater it was at Nebraska today. The 5-set win for Texas A&M. And I have a feeling we'll have something similar here inside the Greg here tonight.
It absolutely should be. Winning this match to push your team to a national semifinal is what every player dreams of. We've already seen one volleyball giant go down today. That shows that any team can win a national championship. Luckily, Texas against Wisconsin is going to be a heated rivalry of blue bloods that's going to pack an offensive punch.
With plenty of star power. And let's start with Tori Stafford, who has elevated her game again in the postseason.
Texas's Tori Stafford always knows what shot she needs to hit to get a kill. Her ability to see the block and defense at the point of contact is second to none. She went errorless on 28 swings to put down 19 kills, hitting nearly 700 in that regional semifinal. Wisconsin outside Mimi Collier not only has great range, but brings so much power. She put up an incredible 27 kills last round to will the Badgers to this moment. Even when the blockers are lined up perfectly, Collier can power through it or go around it. Since both consistently put up shocking numbers, Texas needs to limit Collier's efficiency, and Wisconsin has to slow down Stafford.
Numbers great all season long, and they have continued to be great in the postseason for these two great players. And then there's this great atmosphere here in Austin that Wisconsin has to try to deal with. And dealing with that crowd right now is our Michaela Chester.
Yeah, Eric, it is crazy in here. The sellout streak continues for Texas volleyball, and this crowd is ready for an epic battle. One of the toughest places to play in the country for good reason. Wisconsin volleyball head coach Kelly Sheffield told me there is nothing harder to do in this sport than to go into someone else's gym with a national semifinal on the line and win, adding this will be the toughest match of their career. But it's also the opportunity to do something they will remember forever. And Carter Booth told me this team refuses to lose.
We are ready. Best of 5, set 1. Ramsey Gary for serve. Attack error by Ali Andrew, point Texas.
The offense of both of these teams are two of the best in the country. Expect this to be an all-out slugfest pretty much every single point.
Charlie Furbringer, the outstanding setter for Wisconsin, gets the first point for the Badgers with her 54th kill of the season.
Charlie Furbringer has been a difference maker for this Wisconsin team, leading to that win streak and getting this offense fine-tuned, hitting 400 in the NCAA tournament so far.
Kristen Simon, the freshman libero, with the serve for Wisconsin. Collier with the rip.
There's Mimi Collier with her first kill of the night. She is the train that keeps the Badgers moving.
Those 27 kills for Collier matched the season high. Her career high 29. Played her first 3 seasons with Oregon. Her one and only season with Wisconsin has been memorable. They got a touch on Stafford's swing, but Wisconsin could not control Tori Stafford, which is hard to do. 19 kills, no attack errors, hit .579 in the win against Indiana.
You need your star to be at their best in the NCAA tournament. That's Tori Stafford for Texas and Mimi Collier for Wisconsin. Expect those two to get a lot of sets tonight and put down a lot of balls.
Service error for Texas as Emma Halter missed the mark. Wisconsin back to serve with the lead. Furbringer coming off a career-high 61 assists in the 4-set win over Stanford in the regional semifinal. The first win ever over the Cardinal for Wisconsin. Sent back, and Spears can't get there. And a good start for Wisconsin here on the road. Mentioned what McKella said a moment ago, how hard it is to win a regional final on the road, and that's what Kelly Sheffield's team is trying to do, winning it all back in 2021. On the overpass, set back, the setter for Texas, Ella Swindle.
Ella Swindle playing with a different intensity tonight. You can tell every time that she's gone up to make a set or this here joust, putting a little extra something in it.
First point for Grace Egan. 4 kills against Stanford. Wasn't at her best, but her 4th and final kill ended that match for Wisconsin. Just an indication. Charlie Furbringer has done such a great job of getting everybody involved in the attack for Wisconsin.
You know, every team needs an X factor, and that's been different people for Wisconsin at times. Sometimes it's Grace Egan, number 32, and then sometimes Carter Booth, 52.
Kari Spears with the rep. Marcus wouldn't miss this one. Dad loves it.
Look, every team needs that X factor. For Texas, that's been Kari Spears this season. Stafford is known for putting down balls. They need that second option, though, to be productive.
Easy one. Abby Vanderwall, the freshman.
It's a question of whether Abby Vanderwall was going to get that start today. She got pulled in their regional semifinal match against Indiana, and Whitney Lonstein went in. I like the confidence that Jarrett Elliott has in his freshman outside.
Another kill for Egan. Jarrett Elliott, the Longhorns head coach, winning 3 national championships. Last year they lost to Creighton at the Penn State Regional. But this year they have been on a mission, 26-3, 3 straight wins since getting reverse swept by Kentucky in the SEC championship match in Savannah. That's up towards the crowd and out of play. Points for the Longhorns.
Really good pass from Emma Halter in the back row. That's a libero for Texas, number 2 in black, who just went off the court. She has been such a stable force in that serve receive for the Longhorns all year.
Sophomore Nia Button from Louisville heading back to serve. Bajagic rolls it over. Freshman has been outstanding, playing the right side, a position she didn't play until this season.
It's crazy to think that Kari Spears was never even training out there until this season, and she's not only been good, she's been dominating that right side attack.
4-1 run for the Longhorns. Quick set to the middle, and Andrew. Vanderwall, this is a good start for her and the Longhorns, and a good sign to get the freshman back to where she was in the first half of the season.
Sometimes it's just about confidence, and as a freshman in this kind of moment, you never know how they're going to perform. Right away, though, Vanderwall has proven that she deserves to be in this lineup in the big moments.
Played just 2 sets against Indiana, had 3 kills. She's been a factor so far already with 3 kills rather, in this first set. Looking for another one. Flipped over by Ames. Back row attack. Missed the mark. Great job by Nia Button, who's a middle, doing the defense in the back row that time.
And 2 middles making big plays on Texas' side. It's Button with the dig getting outside the block, and earlier, Aiden Ames with the great coverage of her outside.
4-0 run for Button and the Longhorns. Vajagic ends the run. Luna Vajagic, the redshirt sophomore from Serbia, who did not play last season due to injury, has been a standout for Wisconsin. 13 kills, 444 against Stanford. Quiets the crowd for the moment.
Which is hard to do.
How about Abby Vanderwall? And how about the confidence that her center and her team has in her right now?
So impressive the way that Vanderwall has been able to come out and take really big swings, even with a decent block in front of her. She's seeing the seam really well and hitting that confident swing right through it.
Saw her brother Jake up in the stands, loving every minute of it. Sister getting it done here for Texas. Vajagic sets off a touch, so it's a point for Wisconsin.
Vajagic again doing really well when she's been in the front court. This is a player that took about 1.5 years off from playing time as she had knee surgery and now playing the best ball that we've seen all year.
Double-digit kills, had a double-double against Texas in the regular season meeting. That was a sweep for the Longhorns, match number 2 of the season at the Kohl Center. Not this time for Vanderwall. Collier puts it down. That's her second kill.
What Collier is able to do in out-of-system situations is so impressive. Even if it's a quick play, she sees the ball really well. That time, going up and over the block.
First team all-conference selection in the Big Ten, a 5-time player of the week in the Big Ten this season. Spears back in, looks for the back row attack, but missed the mark.
Having Kari Spears as an offensive option in the back row just makes Texas's offense much more dynamic.
Longhorns had a 4-0 run. It's been countered here by Wisconsin. Badgers currently on a 3-0 run. Swindle to Vanderwall. Verbringer to Collier again.
How about the range on Mimi Collier? She's so impressive the way that she can see the block so well and then decide what shot she wants to hit. This time going right over it again.
4-0 run, Wisconsin. Good short serve. The block. Ames and Swindle teaming up for the point.
Awesome read from Texas, bringing in Swindle to help on this block. Good up from Stafford to keep that safe, but I love this read. Swindle coming in and helping on this, coming inside more.
Texas outblocked Indiana 12-2 in that sweep. The block had been an area of concern for most of the season, but it's getting a lot better down the stretch.
Ever since the postseason has started, and we'll consider the SEC tournament for that as well, Texas's defense has looked night and day from the rest of the season.
Verbringer sends it back to Ali Andrew for the kill.
This is an area of Wisconsin's game that they've improved on so much this year. That setting the middle in transition. So within rallies, Texas's defense needs to know that if that ball is good, Verbringer's going to go to Booth or Andrew almost every single time.
Andrew had 7 kills, had 778 in that Stanford win. block. Wisconsin is up, protesting that sequence.
That ball a little bit funky coming out of the hands that was sent over, but that's why you have to play through the whistle, and Tori Stafford did just that.
So what is Kelly Sheffield protesting here?
So he's protesting that ball that was sent over that was set was a double contact, because it did come out a little funky, but you can't challenge that.
No challenging Nikki Collier on that swing. That's her 4th kill.
Most of Collier's kills right now are coming down the line. Texas is taking away her cross court, forcing her to hit it, and she's not only hitting it, she's finding the floor with it.
On the overpass, Button in the front row. Makes easy work of it.
Yeah, really heads-up play by Nia Button. The swing forces the overpass, and then she is just waiting on it to unload.
Eighth tie of set 1. That's put away by Carter Booth, who has been, in a word, perfect the last 4 matches.
It has been so impressive what Carter Booth has been able to do. Her and Furbringer's connection is so good that she can become that difference maker for Wisconsin if they get her going.
Booth came into this match, the last 4 matches without any errors. A couple so far here today. Wisconsin looking for it and sent it long. So Texas gets the point. We have another tie here in set 1.
I don't mind that aggressive play from Egan. Those are the plays that you need to stay aggressive on, because if you give Texas an easy ball, they'll run it right back at you.
Furbringer sets the middle, and Booth puts it away. That gets us to immediate timeout. We expected this. We're tight in set 1 in Austin. It's match number 2 of the day, earlier today over on ABC. A 5-set thriller in Lincoln. Texas A&M advancing to the national semifinal for the first time in program history. A 5-set win, the first loss for Nebraska all season long. So it's A&M and Pitt in one semifinal. Kentucky will take on the winner of this match. Your thoughts on Nebraska and A&M?
I mean, my mind is still blown the way that A&M came out and just kept throwing punches and never relented. And I think that match, especially that 4th set, was the best volleyball that I've seen all season long.
4th set was amazing. 37-35. Nebraska fought off 3 match points to force a 5th set, but the Aggies dug deep, hung tough, won 15-13, and congratulations to Texas A&M. Their last loss was to this Texas team at the SEC tournament. They were disappointed, but you knew they had the firepower, they had the leadership, those 9 seniors, and just a fantastic performance by the Aggies to win in Lincoln.
There's something really special when you have that amount of seniors that are on the court at the same time that just completely makes something special. And congrats to Jamie Morrison as well in his 3rd season.
So we'll see you in Kansas City, Aggies.
Woo! Right away, Texas getting that good pass. Abby Vanderwall puts it right on the money to allow that quick offense to go behind the setter.
I just want one final follow-up on Texas A&M winning. Does that change the mindset at all for teams like Nebraska, undefeated, a team that was the overwhelming favorite to win the national championship? How does that change everybody's thinking and mindset in the volleyball world?
I feel like it changes everyone's mindset. At least it changed mine, thinking that Nebraska looked unstoppable. Now it feels like the national championship is anyone's game to win. You look at the teams left. You have Pitt, Kentucky, A&M, and either of these 2 teams, you wouldn't be surprised to see them hoisting the trophy at the end of the season. Now, they probably all think they could win it anyway, but at least from our perspective, I know I believe that now anyone can win.
Playing field seemed to level out a little bit.
Completely agree.
Spears blocked back out of play. Wisconsin up by 1. McKella, if you can hear me, go.
Kelly Sheffield was very happy with the start from his team. He said, we've seen all their serves. We can handle it, but don't be dug in too much in the backcourt. He wants them to stay loose defensively, but he said, wow, that was amazing. We answered everything. He's so happy right now.
Welter, that's out of play. And Wisconsin is on top by 2.
I love that message from Kelly Schickel, telling his team to just stay loose. Sometimes in the backcourt you can get really tense going up against hitters of the caliber that Texas has, but it's so important to stay nimble, stay on your toes so you can make explosive plays.
Sheffield's team hit 420 against Stanford. Stanford hit 378 in that wild regional semifinal here back on Friday. And Sheffield just loved it. He's like, it was just a great volleyball match. You just back and forth. You knew what was coming. You just couldn't stop it. It was just played at a high level. And both coaches that we talked to leading up to this match feel that's what's going to play out here today.
It feels like another slugfest in the making. Both teams right now hitting around that 300 mark. It's giving us exactly that.
For the Longhorns, give the point to Wisconsin. Well, why do we think it's going to be a slugfest? Because when you take a look at NCAA tournament stats only, Texas #1, Wisconsin #2 in hitting percentage, both over 400 entering this match.
I mean, it's also unbelievable, almost unbelievable numbers at this point in the tournament when you're in the round of 8 to hit that well against high caliber defenses.
Stafford's been quiet so far. Wisconsin's done a nice job keeping her contained. Not many teams can say that. And then a miss hit by Lonstein, who was a revelation against Stanford with their 6 kills on 16 swings and 4 blocks. But right now it's Wisconsin, the first to 20, and the timeout by Texas.
Wisconsin's block turning on, making it more difficult for Texas to hit a ball around it.
So the timeout called by the Longhorns. The Wisconsin Badgers, who have won 12 in a row. During that 12-match winning streak, they have lost 3 sets. Their last loss was to Nebraska on Halloween night. 7 wins against NCAA tournament teams during the 12-game winning streak. And the centerpiece of it all has been Carter Booth in the center of things, and number 24, Charlie Furbringer, who has been outstanding. And then you have players who have just found a way to elevate their games and their play. Michaela.
Yeah, Mimi is in the midst of her best season, but what a lot of people don't know is that she added 4 inches to her vertical this year alone. She can now touch 10-7. Again, 4 inches higher than the last 3 years of her career. When she did the jump test and saw the number, she assumed it was wrong or broken because she could hardly believe it. She told me this is credit to Kevin Schultz, Wisconsin strength and conditioning coach, and their entire staff, but it's drastically improved her efficiency. She said she's tweaked her arm swing and approach, Emily, but even more so, she can see so much more up there, which allows for much greater vision at that height.
You can tell the way that Mimi Collier is playing. She's playing like she's jumping 4 inches higher. Her ability to see the block, it's like she's looking down at it rather than looking right into it as she was the last few years, and that's resulted in a lot higher efficiency and just ability to move the ball around more.
I know you played different positions. I'm assuming you didn't pick up 4 inches on your vertical by your senior year.
Absolutely
You
not.
went the
Nobody
other
does
way,
that. It's
probably?
crazy. And in 1 year for Collier to do is so impressive, and I think really speaks to Wisconsin's program.
The timeout by Texas. Battle at the net. Flipped up by Ramsey Gary. Collier on the angle. This is the largest lead of the match for either team.
That 10-7 touch is one of the reasons why she's able to rip balls inside of a block like that. She can get on top of it, slice her hand inside to cut it inside that block.
Texas has to try to get Stafford involved, but Wisconsin is ready for her again defensively. Stafford again. Was there a touch? There was not. Tori Stafford just 1 kill on 6 swings and 2 attack errors here in this first set. What is Wisconsin doing?
Well, they're really forcing Stafford to hit around the block, and what's happening now is she's going cross-court and out of bounds or line and out of bounds. So that block is set up so well on Wisconsin's side to limit Stafford.
5-0 run for the Badgers.
Kelly Sheffield has talked a lot about Kristen Simon's serve and her ability to go off back there. She's gotten better and better as the season's gone on, really driving that ball deep, but then sneaking it right in short as well.
Oh, we talked about this Wisconsin team, winners of 12 straight. Charlie Furbringer was out with injury for 9 matches. Since her return, they are undefeated. They are a different team. Here's Charlie in her words on what's changed.
Injury was super hard. I've never been injured during a season. I think it's just made me more grateful for the sport. You don't realize how hard it is until it's actually gone. But I think it was cool for my leadership sides of things. I was able to be on the bench and still cheer on all my teammates and support them and have their backs, and I genuinely meant it. I've learned that I could push myself past what I thought. I mean, I've learned a lot in the last 2 years about what it means to be a leader, a Badger, and just a good volleyball player.
Furbringer was ready for it.
Naturally, the setter position is more of a leadership position, and I try and make sure that all my teammates are good in between every single point. I feel like my teammates would describe me as someone that they could lean on and off the court. I want the best for all of my teammates.
Furbringer's maturation this season has been incredible, and this is what the team has done with Furbringer in the lineup and also without. In the offense clearly skyrocketing every time she's out on the court, and she's talked about how she actually learned from being on the sidelines, watching the game unfold, what hitters to get in what situation, and that's really helped her game evolve.
Texas has used their 2 timeouts here in this first set, trying to slow down this Wisconsin run. They go to the slide. Once again, Wisconsin ready with the D. And a whistle. Point, Wisconsin.
This undisciplined play at the net from Texas leads to Wisconsin set point.
Now the Swindle fights off set point number 1.
Texas is trying to chip away at that lead and gain some momentum headed into the next set.
Emma Halter with the short serve. Furbringer goes the long way to Collier. Stafford off hands, gets the kill. That's her second on 10 swings in set 1. Timeout, Wisconsin.
Anytime Texas is in need of a point or backs against the wall, they're going to rely on Tori Stafford every time. No matter how she's done throughout a match, they're going to go to her in these moments.
So we have Emily Eamon and Michaela Chester, myself, Eric Freed, and the 4th member of our broadcast here today, believe it or not, is Marcus Spears. He's got a microphone on for us tonight. He can't hear us. I don't think he would listen to us anyways, but we're going to dip in and listen to Marcus from time to time tonight with his daughter trying to shine on this Texas stage. I love that.
That was awesome.
Let's go.
Now Marcus is a professional broadcaster. He does know, like, if we go live, I hope he knows if we go live.
And he has been one of the biggest volleyball advocates, I think, this season. It has been so fun to watch.
He better have a towel.
Oh, my.
Let's go, him. Let's go, him. Let's go, him.
Set point number 3 for Texas. Marcus, take it away.
That's a good ball. That's a good ball. Give me a hand. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Stafford flipped up, not over.
Swim team loves it.
Swim team was more fully clothed before this 4-0 run as Texas fights back, and they're still fighting.
Texas putting so much pressure from the end line. This is that Texas fight that we've seen all season long. A great job from the end line, forcing that overpass. We've seen this already 4 times during this set alone. Wisconsin getting a little bit tight, and Texas's front line just eating it up.
Plenty of runs here in this opening set. Currently a 5-0 run for the Longhorns after Wisconsin went on a 6-0 run to take a 24-17 lead. But you can see Texas mounting the comeback. And Tori Stafford was quiet for a while, but hearing from her now, 3 kills, a couple of blocks. That block has been a difference maker for the Longhorns. They've outblocked Wisconsin 4-2, but it's still Wisconsin in front. Set point number 6 coming here for the Badgers.
The key for Texas right now is to keep that same service pressure that has got them to this 5-0 run from Emma Halter. Hitting your seam well and hitting it deep.
I just listened into that Wisconsin huddle. It was very short and to the point. Kelly Sheffield said, we're missing by a couple inches. Let's cover our attackers, get out there and do it. And Una looked to her setter, Charlie Furberger, and said, hey, if you set me, I got you.
For the set. It was quite the comeback by the Longhorns, but it is a set 1 win for Wisconsin, 25-22, as the teams change sides as we get ready for set number 2. 1 spot remaining in Kansas City. Wisconsin with the first set win. We are heading to set 2 when we come back to Austin. Holiday season here in Austin. The UT campus lit up as well as we get ready for set number 2. Wisconsin taking set 1, the winner going on to the national semifinal. Mimi Collier leading Wisconsin in set 1. Emily, 6 kills for the Badgers.
Wisconsin is going to live or die by Mimi Collier tonight. So far, she is absolutely delivering already with those 6 kills. She's getting it done in different ways. During the first half of the set, everything was down the line going over the block. Then as the set went on, the block moved outside. She started ripping it in.
Incredibly consistent, averaging 6 kills a set in the NCAA tournament, 6 kills in that first set to pace the Badgers. Michaela.
Mimi told me yesterday this is the most fiery she's ever played in her career. Coming into Wisconsin, she thought her biggest strength was being consistent and stable, meaning she never got too high or low. But in talking to head coach Kelly Sheffield and Lauren Carlini, they said, look, you can stay consistent, but let's add in some exclamation points. Mimi said her teammates are so fiery, so it's rubbed off on her. She's leaning into that tonight, Eric and Emily.
She's been consistent throughout her career. Freshman year 2022, the National Freshman of the Year. NCAA's at Louisville had 26 kills in the win against Nebraska for the Ducks, 17 against Louisville in that regional final. And now against Texas with a spot in the national semifinal on the line. 6 kills in the first set. Wisconsin taking set number 1. How about some adjustments for these two teams heading to set 2, Em?
The biggest thing for Texas right now is they have to find a way to put Stafford in a better position to score. Right now, you can't have your leading attacker on the year hitting .091. If Texas wants to win, they need number 4 to go off.
Stafford in the NCAA tournament averaging just under 6 kills a set and hitting .567. So Wisconsin doing a tremendous job, and we'll see what adjustments Texas can make to get Tori Stafford involved. Great job by Halter keep it alive. There is the block in front of Stafford again.
Wisconsin's block is so dialed in to what Texas is doing. In transition, they love to go outside to Stafford. That's where she has most of her kills.
Battle at the net, won by Wisconsin.
Wisconsin is just throwing punch after punch at Texas. Texas has to respond in some way by punching back, whether that's offensively or some big stops defensively.
Good job by Vajic to get things going here in set 2 for Wisconsin. That's off hands, and Stafford has the kill.
Much better adjustment from Tori Stafford. She got blocked the swing before. That time, swings a little bit higher to catch fingertips and send it out for the tool.
Row attack, Grace Egan.
The fact that Wisconsin always has at least 3, if not 4 attackers out on the court is why it's so difficult to stop. In this rotation, you have 2 hitters in the same zone. You have a middle there and a back row attack coming here. It's so difficult as a blocker to know where to go.
Stafford.
Now it looks like Tori Stafford may have found that rhythm, showing off her range, slicing that one in cross court.
Stafford 3 kills in that first set, already 2 here in set 2. And that violation called on Texas. We talked to Jared Elliott about it leading up to this match. He thought this match was going to be decided 2 or 3 points at the end of it, but if you make little mistakes like getting into the net, these things will add up, and you won't get to that point where it's going to be decided by just a couple of points.
Yeah, every time that teams are in these high-pressure situations, especially in a regional final where it's just the round of 8, matches are pretty much always won by 2 or 3 points. You have to be just that small margin better than your opponent, and those small errors, whether it's a service error or undisciplined play at the net, that adds up big time.
Especially for Texas, the level that Wisconsin is playing at over these last several weeks. There is no margin for error, and Carter Booth drops the hammer.
The level that Carter Booth has been playing at for the last few weeks. This is a senior in her last year of college ball. She has brought a new intensity out to the court.
First team All Big Ten for a 3rd time in her career. Trying to extend that career to Kansas City later this week. That's going to sail long. Service error for Wisconsin. That's their 3rd. Nia Bunton got it to drop in for the ace.
Sneaky serve from Nia Bunton. It's so difficult to pass because it's over your shoulder. You think it's going out, but it drops right at the end line at the last second.
First ace for Texas, 7th of the season for the sophomore. How about that set by Furbringer, setting up the kill by Egan.
I like the stare downs on the Wisconsin side. You can feel the intensity. You could cut it with a knife right now. What a set from Furbringer. On the move forward, jacks his ball back for the long string ball against the flow of play.
There's Natalie Wardlow. Went on a big service run against Stanford, had 3 aces in a row. Helped turn that match. It's going to be a touch by Texas and a point for Wisconsin, and Wardlow will go back to serve again. 3 in a row in the 3rd set, 3 aces in a row gave Wisconsin an 18-17 lead, and the Badgers went on to win that set, win the match.
That's what Kelly Sheffield said was the turning point. those 3 aces from Wardlow, keeping that service pressure on. From there, Sanford's service team started to fall apart.
This is a freshman making that kind of impact here in December. Berbinger got a hand on it, but needed some help, didn't get it. First set was tight until Wisconsin went on a 6-0 run late to go up 24-17. Texas fought off a handful of set points, 5 in all, before Wisconsin won set 1. Wisconsin with the side out.
Texas tries to serve the short area of the court to take out the middle blocker for Wisconsin, but the pass is handling it so well that the middle can continue to run her route.
There's an ace.
Wisconsin is serving really well during this match. That's just their second ace of the night, but they're serving difficult situations on Texas's side in the seams, short and deep, not allowing those passers to get comfortable.
As a result, Texas hitting 125 in this set. And now the setter's taking a swing, and Wisconsin's got a chance. Vajagic with the kill.
Berbinger is really toying with Texas's defense. This time moving forward, sets the short string ball, and Vajagic gets the kill.
Timeout called by Texas with Wisconsin up 4 in the second. 3-0 run for Wisconsin, forcing the Texas timeout. Badgers hitting .354 for the match and .778 here in this set, Em.
Wisconsin's offense has been unstoppable during this set. Texas's block is all over the place, leaving seams. The Badgers attackers are completely capitalizing, putting it in 4.
I listened into the Texas huddle. Head coach Darren Elliott said the biggest thing we can't do right now is press. We want it so bad that we're out there playing really tight. The biggest thing we could do is relax. And then I loved seeing this. Devin Kahawai was sitting with Tori Stafford, encouraging her, working on shot selection and trying to get their star ready for the moment.
They handle the swing from Collier. Kari Spears with the kill.
The back row attack has not been connecting well so far for Texas today. That was a really good opportunity for Swindle to reestablish the back row attack as a threat, and Spears gets the kill out of it. Great finish right down that line with good vision from the freshman.
4th kill for the freshman from Frisco, Texas. 5-time SEC Freshman of the Week this past season. First team all-conference selection in the SEC. An impact player from the start for the Longhorns. Vajagic with the attack error. Texas will take it as they try to get some momentum going here and get their crowd back into it.
I know both setters front row right now, Berbinger and Swindle.
That grabbed the line, it appears. Texas watched it drop down, and everything going Wisconsin's way right now.
And these are the kind of plays that you just can't have in a regional final. If it's questionable, you gotta play it.
Egan on the miss hit will give the point to the Longhorns.
Wisconsin is really varying up who's attacking this ball and from where. The last few, though, just not been able to connect right. But that was a pretty wide open net with a massive seam.
Senior Emma Halter with the serve. Stafford with the defense to deny Andrew.
Nothing gives your team momentum like a massive stuff up front, especially when it's a solo stuff from your star player. Amazing read from Stafford on that one to get inside.
3rd block for Tori Stafford to go with her 6 kills. On the slide, Halter kept it up. Replay on. Berbinger. Crafty move by the sophomore who gets the kill.
Furbringer is such a good offensive setter. She knows exactly when to go up and take this ball over. Great defense on Texas's side with the pancake to keep it alive from Swindle. This was an awesome opportunity for Furbringer, though, with an open net to shut it down.
Furbringer took a peek across the net, set it to her middle, and Booth put it away.
High IQ play from a sophomore setter. Furbringer looks at the defense on the other side, then in transition again. That's when she loves to get the middles going in Texas. Only one blocker up, that's advantage, 6-7 Booth every time.
Booth again. 6 kills for Carter Booth. Went for a 14-kill performance against Stanford, which matched her career high. I think Carter's game face and her mom's game face looked exactly the same, locked in.
Straight intensity, I love it.
Off the block, Button with the kill.
Button has been really impressive for Texas this year, especially as the year has gone on. This is a player that has kind of really been playing for the first time because she's finally not been injured, and it's showing in the way that she's finished this season.
Redshirted in 2023, played 11 total sets in 2024, has been a fixture for Texas all season long this year. Halter can't handle it, and Wisconsin is up by 4.
Wisconsin's been going away from Mimi Collier through the first half of this set, but now this is the point where they will rely on their star attacker.
Big rip by Kari Spears for her 5th kill.
And that's a really good situation for Texas to get out of, because Wisconsin's in their best rotation with their best hitters up front. Great one and done situation for the Longhorns.
Well, it started with the pass by Simon, the talented freshman libero for Wisconsin, and it turned into another kill for Wisconsin's Collier.
Wisconsin's back line, that serve receive, has been handling passes so well. They're siding out at a 66% clip. Normally the goal is 55. That tells you that the passing is really good and Furbringer's connecting well with the hitters. That also tells you that Texas probably needs to pick up the service pressure a little bit.
Furbringer with 27 assists, and we are midway through set number 2. Again, it's Carter Booth.
I mean, there is just no stopping it when Carter Booth is up there. The way that she has been playing the last 5 matches has just been a joy to watch for a player that's in the end of her collegiate career.
Texas gets the point back. The question is, can they go on a run against Kelly Sheffield's team? And as Emily mentioned before, it has to start with some pressure from the service line. Button's been good with the serve, so he's a good player here for Texas right now. Trying to turn things around for the Longhorns. Down a set. Egan got it in, so it's a point for Wisconsin. Another side out for the Badgers.
Another good really swing from Wisconsin's players. Everyone on the front line has been so rangy about where they're attacking this ball, whatever's given from the block.
Wardlow on the serve. Wisconsin in the black jerseys again. They wore those in the regional semifinal. They have not come out of the closet too often in program history, but when they have, they've enjoyed success in these blacks.
And I did confirm they did wash the jersey, so everyone's
next
asking. I know.
Level analysis right there, Emily Lehman.
That's the scoop that we need.
Wardlow. Spears off hands, gets another kill. That's her 6th.
Spears going off the court right now, but when she goes back in the back row, would love to see Swindle get Kari Spears more sets. She's been efficient tonight, hitting over 400, and with Tori Stafford not having the kind of efficient night that we normally see, they need a player like Spears.
Quite the change here for Texas. Here's Taylor Harvey, number 10 on the floor. She did not play the last 2 matches, hasn't played in 4 of the last 5 matches, so a bit of a change here for Jared Elliott.
Along with a double substitution, Lonstein coming in on the right side, and Relabini is going to come in and set. That's number 3 in white who's serving.
Lonstein drops it in. Elliott looking for some kind of spark. You look at the combination on the floor. You've got Lonstein, who hasn't played much. The freshman Vanderwall. We just talked about Harvey not playing too much. Relabini is on right now. Is this the combination that gets it done for Texas?
Sometimes that sparks comes from defense, too. Halter with a great up.
Little delay to mop up the floor. The winner gets Kentucky Thursday in the national semifinals in Kansas City. That's blocked out of play, and Texas has another point.
What a high IQ play from Whitney Lonstein. She hasn't had that much playing time throughout the season, but when she's been in the match, in the NCAA tournament, she has been a difference maker for the Longhorns.
Timeout called by Wisconsin.
Welcome back to the Austin Regional. Whitney Lonstein's journey is one of the most powerful stories in college volleyball. After becoming a mom in 2023 to her beautiful daughter, Layla, she told me so many assumed her playing career would end. But Whitney had other plans. She chose to keep playing, graduate college, and show that motherhood doesn't mean giving up your dreams. She says continuing wasn't just for herself, but for so many other women out there, and mostly for her daughter, Layla. So she'll know one day her mom didn't quit. With a strong support system of family, teammates, coaches, her fiance Luke, she's been able to balance it all. Layla will be at practices, her games. Her teammates love having her around and celebrate Whitney as a mom. They even brought her gifts on Mother's Day. She said Layla's the light of her life. And moments as simple as hearing her call her mom makes it all worth it, guys.
Well, Layla's mom has back-to-back kills for Texas, but then Wisconsin answers back out of the timeout. And they are the first to 20. Thank you, Michaela.
And I think it just shows that women are truly capable of anything, at any age, at any level, and her story is just one of the reasons why women are freaking awesome.
Well put, Emily. I second that.
Yeah. And we think back to last season when the national championship was going on. Danny Busboom Kelly of Louisville was pregnant, and Katie Schumacher-Cauley battling cancer and won the first ever national title for a female head coach.
Lonstein with another swing.
And then Andrew drops it in. Big smile from Allie Andrew. Her sister hung around. Lizzie, first team all-conference selection in the ACC for Stanford. Cardinal lost to Wisconsin here on Friday. The Andrew sisters were across the net from each other, and hanging around to root on her big sister, Allie.
I kind of wondered if she was going to be in Wisconsin gear, but absolutely not. I love that she's still rocking Stanford.
No. She's going hat and hoodie, saying Stanford. So good response by Allie Andrew and her Wisconsin teammates out of that Texas timeout to get 3 straight points to go up by 6 here. Late in set number 2, Wisconsin won set 1, 25-22. They are in control here in set 2 with the winner going on to the national semifinal.
Wisconsin is playing such a complete game so far. Their offense is humming. They're hitting over 350 on the match. The defense as well, which is something they were lacking in that Stanford game. The block was not quite there. Much better job for the Badgers front line, being so locked into what Texas is doing. That's led to a lot of stuffs, holding one of the most efficient teams in the country to just around 200.
As the teams talk, I can tell you that men's hoop coming up on Tuesday, 7 Eastern on ESPN, a top 20 showdown, Louisville and Tennessee, always entertaining. Then at 9 on ESPN2, freshman phenom Darren Peterson and Kansas will take on Towson. You can catch both games on the ESPN app. Emily, we saw at the end of set 1 when Texas was down, they went on a run to get back into it. They're going to need something similar here to try to find a way to quiet down Wisconsin, which has been hard this set. Wisconsin hitting 483 in this set.
The biggest focus right now for Texas just has to be get that first pass up at the net to allow their offense to run.
The chant is "Let's go Badgers," which can be clearly heard here in the Greg. Monstein again.
Big hit wit coming up clutch for Texas. Every time that she's out on the court, she provides such a good spark for the Longhorns in a moment when they need it right now to claw back.
She has the last 3 kills for Texas, giving her 14 in the NCAA tournament. And 31 on the season. Wisconsin, again, they have an answer every time. Texas just can't get anything going. Wisconsin siding out at 65%, which is well above average, and they are 2 points away from taking the set.
Yeah, the pass has been so good on Wisconsin's side, they haven't had to rely on Mimi Collier. They are getting everyone involved.
Taylor Harvey, the freshman from Salt Lake City, all freshman team selection in the SEC, gets the kill, and she'll head on.
This is one of the reasons why Jarrett Elliott wanted to get both Nia Button and Taylor Harvey playing time throughout the season, because in moments like this, he needs to have a deep bench.
Lonstein beats the block, another kill for Whitney Lonstein.
This is where Texas made their run during set 1 with Emma Halter on the back line, and it's taken all 6 players out on the court to do it.
4 kills for Lonstein. Stafford didn't handle it very well, and going under the net, making contact was Relevini. Another mistake by Texas. Wisconsin can do plenty on their own to beat you. You cannot beat yourself against this Wisconsin team the way they're playing right now. That's Stafford doing it with the defense.
Stafford has been so good when her middle's not even helping. She reads it so well, knowing that because her middle isn't there, she's dropping that right hand back inside to fill the seam where the middle should be.
Set point number 2 for the Badgers. Miss hit by Booth. We've seen this before from Texas.
The exact same point in the last set when Wisconsin had multiple set points and couldn't close.
No doubt on set point number 3, and Wisconsin in total control here in Austin, up 2-0.
A late push from Texas, but that set was all Wisconsin. The offense is firing, hitting over 400 during that set. And the defense backed it up. They did not allow Texas's offense to look like it has the whole season.
Mimi Collier now with 10 kills, hitting .308. With 7 kills, Egan with 7, and Booth with 7. Kelly Sheffield has to be thrilled. He's with McKellen.
Yeah, Coach, withstood that comeback. What's working to contain Texas right now?
we're not allowing them to go on runs of points, and that's been really, really critical. I love the physicality and the confidence that we've had behind the service line.
You said nothing is more difficult than winning on the road in the regional final. What do you need to see from your team to close this out?
Yeah, winning is really close or tough on the road, and closing it out is really tough. We're nowhere near being able to be finished, so we've got to come out there with that same intensity, same drive, and the same confidence that we've shown in the first 2 sets.
All right, Coach, thanks.
Thank you.
Kelly knows it's far from over here when you're playing at the Greg, but it looks good for Wisconsin right now, up 2 sets to none as we head to the third. Right now, we head to the studio. Sam Gore, Jen Hoffman, Mary Wise with their thoughts on Texas and Wisconsin. We've had a great week here in Austin. We got our fair share of barbecue. That's the look and style switch. We were not able to get there, I'm sad to say, for the 12 days of meats when they had smoked brisket lasagna. Next year. Here's Jared Elliott with Michaela.
Coach, how is your bench providing a much-needed spark right now?
I didn't hear you.
How is your bench providing a much-needed spark right now?
Well, we need to do a lot better job of a lot of things right now. I mean, they're on fire right now. Their side-out game is very, very efficient, and they're doing a good job with our transition. We're not being very uncommon. We're hitting balls down in the block and giving them even opportunities. So we got to use the edges a little bit more and be a little bit better in our service-receive and serving game.
What will you tell your team right now?
Hey, this is now or never, right? Right now, we got to control ourselves a little bit more. Like they want it so bad, we've got to be a little bit more aggressive in regard to our mindset and trust our systems a little bit more.
Thank you.
Yep.
8 of the last 10 NCAA tournaments have featured Nebraska or Texas in the championship match. Nebraska losing earlier today, Texas on the ropes thanks to the balance by Wisconsin on the attack.
Balance has been key for Wisconsin. Most of that is because the passing has been so good. It's put Furbringer in a good position to where she has all options available to set.
Backhanded by Collier over the net. They got one. They couldn't get the second from Collier. Point Wisconsin.
Sometimes Collier just makes plays that makes your jaw drop, and that was one of them. This is such a difficult ball to hit with so much spin. She took a little bit of speed off and placed it perfectly in the back corner.
Kristen Simon with the serve. Grabs the tape, grabs the court for an ace. Third ace for Wisconsin.
Texas has been really struggling with those balls around the 10-foot line, whether it's flipping the tape or if they're dropping it in short.
Service error by Simon. Texas will gladly take the point. National semifinals in Kansas City on Thursday. The championship match a week from today on ABC. Kentucky, Pittsburgh, Texas A&M, and the winner of this match will be meeting in Kansas City, with the last team standing leaving with the championship trophy.
Emma Halter right now is playing an awesome game. She is making great dig after great dig, but the front court just hasn't been able to transition it.
Senior who's won 2 national championships here with the Longhorns, doing all she can to keep this season and her college career going. Set back, and Kari Spears gets the kill.
Kari Spears has been one of the bright spots in Texas's offense today. She now leads the Longhorns with 7 kills. She's hitting over 400. When she goes back in the game in the back row, look for Swindle to get that back row attack going.
Ben Josephson, assistant coach who controls the offense for this Texas staff, with some words as the freshman comes off. Egan in the net, off the antenna, point Texas.
Egan just sending that one right into the antenna.
Binney into the net. talked about it a few times in this match, Emily. The margin for error is razor thin for Jared Elliott's team. It feels like they have to be perfect here in this set if they're going to force a fourth set. Yeah, if not, it's over.
Yeah, and I think part of that too is you want to play really well, but you also still need to stay aggressive, because if Texas is going to come back, it's not going to be with tips and roll shots and tentative serves. It's going to be by staying in attack mode.
Speaking of which, attack mode on the other side for Wisconsin, activated by Carter Booth again.
Anytime Carter Booth is out on the court, Furbringer is feeding her this ball. This was one thing that Furbringer noticed when she was out injured for those 9 matches was, I got to get Booth the ball more. She's up and available almost every time.
9 kills for Booth. Collier with the service error. Give the point to Texas. Call the crowd anxious and on the quiet side, as you'd imagine, for the Greg. Desperate to get things going here. Can Texas give them something to get excited about? They've tied it again.
That started with good service pressure. Ramsey Gary putting in a bullet from the end line, driving it back and forcing the overpass.
Gary does a really nice job of mixing speeds on her serve. Trying to keep Wisconsin off balance. We block back over, we play on. Stafford, Texas has a lead, and here comes the crowd at the Greg.
You can't give Texas any kind of momentum in this game if you want a chance to silence the crowd, because when these 6,000 fans get behind you, it is so difficult.
First lead for the Longhorns since the first set when they are on top 10-9. It's been a while. The block, they're up by 2. Taylor Harvey on the floor again.
There is nothing that fuels your team like getting a monster block like that from a freshman.
Grace Egan ends the run and quiets the crowd. It was a 4-0 run.
Big swing from Grace Egan, and now to bring Wardlow back to the end line. One of Wisconsin's best servers who drives this ball so deep.
Clip the tape. Halter to Stafford. Kill number 8 for Tori Stafford.
It's hard to explain how hard this ball is to hit. It's coming from behind Tori Stafford's head. She can't even see the block when she's taking a swing at it, and she still powers through it. Watch her eyes. She's not looking at the block at all until after she makes contact.
Taylor Harvey serves. Harvey couldn't get there. Point Wisconsin.
Well, all of Texas's players feels like they have just a little bit extra juice. Even that chase down from Harvey in the backcourt to almost make the play felt like it energized this Longhorn team.
Great up from Halter. The kill by Spears.
That absolutely loves it. Defense fueling the Longhorns' offense. Spears with a massive kill to give Texas even more momentum.
One attack error for Kari Spears tonight. Wisconsin gets the point back.
Server for Wisconsin,
This Wisconsin team, a lot of young players and new faces. Took some time for it all fit together to play their best. Remember, some of the big names that played for Wisconsin over the past couple years. Button with the answer for Texas.
I think what's made both teams run so impressive this year is looking at what they lost. You look at Wisconsin, they lost every single starter except Carly Furbringer and Carter Booth. 85% of their offensive production. Then on Texas's side, they lost 5 starters who were program changers. And to have both teams all the way in a regional final says a lot about their head coaches.
And you have to hit the transfer portal with these two teams. Hit home runs. Collier coming over from Oregon, Stafford coming over from Pittsburgh for Texas.
Yeah, and you need that heavy hitter, that National Player of the Year type player that's going to bring you to a national semifinal. That's Stafford and that's Collier.
That's Simon with the serve. Collier found the opening to get another kill. That's her 13th.
That's a nasty swing from Mimi Collier. The setter for Texas is sucked up short because she thinks it's off speed. Collier goes right above her head and puts it down.
Collier again.
I mean, her shot chart is just a fan out on the court. It's so difficult to defend because you have absolutely no idea where she's hitting it every time she goes up.
3-0 run, all 3 points, kills by Mimi Collier. Vanderwall off the block.
Abby Vanderwall is sneaky having a good night as well. She's 5 for 8, hitting over 600. Hasn't had as many opportunities as the other front court players.
Feels like for Jared Elliott's team, though, it begins and ends with Tori Stafford, and she has been kept in check by her standards by this Wisconsin team.
Yes.
Tight at the net, Collier off the block, crafty play by Collier to get another kill.
Mimi Collier is just adding to her National Player of the Year campaign right now. I know the finalists come out next week, but man, she is playing like she wants that award.
She's been great throughout her NCAA tournament career, averaging better than 4 kills a set. She's upped it to 6 kills a set in this year's tournament. She's got 15 kills here as we play in set 3. It's a must-win set for Texas, and the freshman Vanderwall delivers.
In order to make it far in the tournament, you have to have outsides that are good at hitting out of system. Abby Vanderwall has improved that area of her game so much. It doesn't have to be a perfect set in system to get a kill. She can find ways to do that even when she's out of system.
Texas hitting 429 in this set, Emily. They hit 246 in set 2, 229 in set 1. By far the best they've been, and off the touch, no touch. Collier thought maybe there was. The officials say no, it's a point for the Longhorns.
This is kind of back to that slugfest that we anticipated coming out during set 1. Kind of going back and forth with big swings.
Good serve and an ace, Rella Binney.
Rella Binney is so good at targeting the passers in places where it makes them move just slightly enough to find those gaps.
Back to back. Timeout in Austin. Texas on the comeback trail. Dad in the stands, and in front of Marcus, his daughter, the freshman Kari, who's having a fantastic match here for Texas, trying to lead them back against Wisconsin.
This is why Kari Spears is in the conversation for National Freshman of the Year. She continues to have big nights when Texas needs it most. She's doing such a good job tonight. 8 kills, hitting almost 400, and being terminal in front and back row.
I'm assuming, I haven't checked with programming, Marcus is working tomorrow, Monday Night Football.
Gotta be.
I'm just letting everybody know, he may not have a voice tomorrow. May have to pull out the whiteboard and write down his thoughts. Great hustle to keep it alive, and Stafford sends it over. That ends the 5-0 run. Great job by Rella Benny with a couple of aces to keep the pressure on from the service line, which you said was going to be so important here for the Longhorns to get back into this match.
Yeah, to disrupt Wisconsin's offense, and especially that balance that they've used tonight, it starts from the service line. There's a great run from Rella Benny.
That's her 9th kill tonight.
Massive swing from Vajagic, trying to silence this crowd. She's done such a good job slicing it inside the block.
And in that last huddle, Emily, Carter Booth was fired up. She went to her team screaming, I don't care if the crowd's back into it. I don't care if they're on a run. They may look like they're in control. I say they're running scared.
Freshman Taylor Harvey trying to keep the momentum going for Texas and keep Carter Booth in Wisconsin on the court a little longer tonight. Ramsey Gary, lefty, puts it into play. Serves to Booth. Vajagic offhand. She's into double figures now with 10 kills on 15 swings, 2 errors, hitting over 500 tonight.
Vajagic has been really difficult to read. She had a massive seam to hit through that time, but chose to go high with it off the hands, confusing the defense for Texas.
So many weapons on the Wisconsin side for Jared Elliott and his team to deal with. Vajagic rolls it over for the kill. She's pulling out everything in the bag of tricks right now.
There's another one that is just so difficult to hit because it's coming from behind her head. You can't see the block at all, and she still manages to drop it in zone 1.
3 straight kills for the sophomore from Serbia. Wardlow with the service error. Gives a point to Texas. Taylor Harvey with the serve. Vajagic again. No touch. Will Kelly Sheffield go to the green challenge card? Yes, he will. Wisconsin seemed pretty confident that Texas touched that swing by Vajagic.
Wisconsin is challenging a block touch.
First challenge of the night for either side. Daphne Nelson will take a look and then make the announcement. We'll take a look as well. Any fingers moving here?
Based on this look, not seeing any fingers bent back. Normally with that tape around it, it's pretty easy to tell if there's any finger movement, but based on this, I'm not seeing a touch. You have to have indisputable evidence either way. Based on this look, don't see a touch either.
Remember, the call on the court, no touch. So do you see anything conclusive enough to say you can overturn the call on the court?
I do not.
You say no. Blow it up a little bit, try to take a closer look. Body language. I see a little shake of the head. That might tell us what we need to know before the announcement. Taking a look at all the different angles. Each team is allowed 2 challenges. If you're successful, you keep the challenge. Unsuccessful, you lose it. If we get to a 5th set and you have less than 2 challenges, you're given an additional challenge. Here's the announcement.
After review, the call will stand due to inconclusive evidence on video.
Not enough to overturn, so an unsuccessful challenge for Wisconsin. That leaves them with 1. And Texas is up 19-16. Service error for the Longhorns. That is their 3rd.
Now to bring Charlie Furbringer for Wisconsin back in the front court. Front court setter for the Badgers, and that double sub still in, so back court setter for Texas.
Nice up by Simon. Bagans dominating this 3rd set for Wisconsin.
How about the defense that fueled that too in the back row? The layout from the libero to keep that ball alive. Kristen Simon, come on. Just ate that one up from Stafford.
Longhorns the first to 20 as Ella Swindle goes back to serve for Texas. And that misses the mark.
This is the point in the set where it's so important to finish. When you hit the red zone from point 20 on, you need to play as clean as possible and not allow your opponent to score points off of your errors.
Bagic heads off, 5 kills this set for Una. And Addie Horner will come on to serve. Freshman who was a setter when Furbringer was out with a shoulder injury. Stafford. Give the point to the Longhorns.
It's a Wisconsin error going into the net. Allie Andrew coming right down on it, but Emma Halter in the backcourt. These are plays that aren't even counted on a stat chart. That is just defensive coverage that keeps Texas in it.
Swindle to the middle button.
That time, Tori Stafford in the backcourt makes the big dig to keep Texas alive.
Timeout, Wisconsin. We're getting ready for the national semifinals on ESPN Thursday, 6:30 Eastern Time. Match 1, 9 Eastern Time. Match 2, the national championship on ABC a week from today, Sunday, 3 Eastern Time. It has been a fantastic day of volleyball with what happened in Lincoln, Texas A&M with the 5-set win over Nebraska. Here, it's been all Wisconsin, but Texas getting back into it here in set 3.
Texas making this push, and a lot of that has come from service pressure. They're knocking Wisconsin out of their rhythm offensively. They're not making it as balanced as Wisconsin was during the first 2 sets, and that's been because Texas has been more aggressive and has kept their foot on the gas, unlike the first 2 sets.
Can you do us a favor? Can you just zoom out a little bit? Because we have to say happy retirement, but not yet, to our friend Dan Ferran, who's right here, our statistician, who wanted to see it through one more volleyball match, and we're hopefully giving you a good one. Thank you for everything, Dan. He's the one who makes sure we get everything right up here. And even if we get it wrong, it's not your fault. It's all our fault. But Dan, enjoy retirement. We appreciate it, my friend. And let's finish strong here, shall we? Collier, no touch.
That's a pivotal point. Wisconsin down to only one challenge remaining unless this match goes 5.
3-0 run. Stafford continues to serve. Tight one at the net. Set point, Texas. Wisconsin will call their final timeout of set 3. Set 1 belonged to Wisconsin, 25-22. Wisconsin never trailed in set 2, hit 324 in the set 1, 25-21. It's been a different story here in set 3. Emily, why?
Texas is doing a much better job defending Wisconsin. A lot of that has come from the end line. Sometimes the best defense is serving your opponent out of system. They've made Charlie Furbringer run all around the court because the passes have been off the net. That puts a lot of stress on the outside to put a ball down out of system. And even when Wisconsin has gotten good kills, Texas's defense is eating it up. The backcourt for the Longhorns has been working incredibly hard.
Sellout crowd, over 4,000 here at the Greg. I have a vote for the loudest fan in this building. It's Marcus Spears.
Middle. Again. Come on, T. Harvey.
He's been louder, but he brought the coaching that time around. I love it.
It's so good. Before every match, he actually texts his daughter, Kari, keys to the game. A little scouting report, if you will.
Right now, it's Tori Stafford trying to put away set number 3 for the Longhorns. 4-0 run for Texas. Not done yet. Allie Andrew ends the run and continues the set.
Now to bring Carter Booth back up front, Wisconsin's big attacker, 6'7", number 52 in black, right in the middle of the court.
Simon serves, set point number 2. There's something about Texas fight, and we're seeing it here tonight. We'll go 4 at least in Austin.
Much better response from the Longhorns in that one. Get a 5-point lead here. Momentum headed into set 4.
Wisconsin up 2-1. 4th set when we come back to the Greg. We are back in the capital city of Texas, Austin. Gorgeous last few days. Got a little chilly here today, so the fire comes in handy. And Texas was on fire. See what I did there in the 3rd set, especially compared to where they were in set 1. 400 for Texas in that 3rd set. So Texas now up to 289 hitting. Wisconsin at 299. 2-1 in favor of Wisconsin over the Longhorns. Michaela Chester.
Listen into that Texas huddle, and there were high fives all around. A lot happier after that comeback set. Jared Elliott said, "We are back in this thing." That was Texas volleyball. Now I just need to see some more of it. And then associate head coach Ben Josephson pulled his setter Ella Swindle and Tori Stafford aside, Emily, and he said, "I want you running rips and chips."
And what that means for Tori Stafford is they're moving around the net where she's attacking. So a rip attack is a little bit closer to the middle. A typical outside is almost all the way out to the pin. A rip's a few feet inside. And then a chip attack, something that is specific to Texas. And this means that when Stafford actually starts her approach where it looks like she's starting inside and then goes out with it. So What they're trying to do there is vary up where Tori Stafford is starting her attack and finishing that attack, and that makes it really difficult for Wisconsin's block to know where she's going.
Texas did score 5 of their last 8 points on Wisconsin errors, so there's things to clean up, certainly, for this Wisconsin team as they head to set number 4. Wisconsin will serve to begin the set. Great job by Kristen Simon for Wisconsin, keeping the Badgers in that point for a while, but the freshman for Texas, Abby Vanderwall, with the kill.
Vanderwall has been fantastic all night. She's hitting over 500 as an outside. Swindle's got to continue to feed her over there.
Vanderwall error-free on her 13 swings. That one jumped up on Simon, did well just to keep it alive. That's long, and Texas has the first 2 points of set 4.
How about this for Texas right now? It is an all-freshman front line with Kari Spears, Taylor Harvey, and Abby Vanderwall up there, a young group that's led Texas all year.
That's heading towards the crowd, and Texas keeps the momentum going here in the 4th.
This has been the story all season for the Longhorns. Freshman production accounts for 45% of the team's kills. That tells you just how young this Texas squad is, but they have been rolling with it.
Spears and Vanderwall have 17 of the 39 kills tonight. Off the block. 4-0 run for Texas. It's a 9-1 run if you continue it from set 3. All Texas. Early timeout for Wisconsin here in Austin. You know, it's finals time here in Austin, so it's a nice chance on a Sunday night just to take a little break from studying and have a little fun, which is what's been happening during the commercial break. It's been loud in here. That balance attack from Texas. There's one of the guys who's having the most fun tonight. The balance attack for Texas. It's been on display here, set 3 and set 4 especially.
It's been huge to have the Longhorns have balance because their star right now, Tori Stafford, only 8 kills on the match, but all the other attackers are picking up that slack.
Furbringer to Collier, as you would expect out of the timeout by Wisconsin. 17th kill for Mimi Collier. McKella.
And we just saw them set Mimi Collier, but the message from Kelly Sheffield is he wants to set the middles more. Look for Allie Andrews and Carter Booth in the middle.
The middles for Wisconsin have been so effective for them throughout this tournament. You think to the last match, they had no errors and hit 700 with 21 kills. Wisconsin has to get them going more.
Taylor Harvey gets the kill. That's her 3rd.
Taylor Harvey has been a massive difference maker. 3 kills, hitting 750. When the ball is in her hand, she is doing great things.
Carter Booth.
Direction executed for Wisconsin in transition for making sure to keep the middle an option.
Booth now to double figures with 10 kills after getting 14 against Stanford. Swindle, Vanderwall. That's wide, and Wisconsin picks up the point.
Texas knows that Charlie Furbringer is putting in a short shot, even though the serve receive not stepping up at all.
Furbringer had shoulder injury that has limited what she can put on her serve, so she's been doing this sharp float serve since coming back. Opportunity here for Wisconsin. Collier once again makes the most of it.
throughout the match, when Wisconsin gets really balanced, it's great for their offense and being unpredictable. But when they do need a kill, expect the ball to go to that girl right there, number 15.
18th kill for Collier, 19th straight match with double-digit kills. Incredibly consistent and delivering here on the big stage. Swindle gets the kill.
Such a smart decision for Ella Swindle to take this ball over on two. We've only seen it a handful of times today, but great to do it in this moment to reestablish herself as a threat up front.
Don't forget, Ella Swindle was the setter for Texas when they won the national championship in 2023. Emma Halter, teammate on that team. They have championship experience trying to get to the national semifinal. Collier puts it down for another one.
Smart shot from Collier that time, going up and over the block to the middle. And now that she's in the back row, expect Furberger to continue to get her the ball as a back row attack.
Kept up by Texas. Halter can't control that swing. Vajagic again.
Una Vajagic is hitting harder and harder as this match has gone on. Some scramble plays on Texas's side result in a free ball and a good put down one-on-one for Vajagic.
Collier. Ace for Mimi Collier.
This has happened a few times today for Texas. The serve receive a bit on their heels. There's a massive space right there that they need to talk about early.
Collier caught the tape, got the ace. Clears the tape this time to Halter. Set back. Swindle and Harvey at the net with the block.
We're back on the seesaw of trading points. That was a big one to get some momentum in the Longhorns' favor.
Sister Jordan in the building after being on the court here with the Stanford Cardinal.
She's wearing Texas gear.
Stafford just trying to find the range and trying to find some kind of rhythm. Fourth attack error for Torrey tonight, hitting sub 150.
Wisconsin is not making it easy for Stafford to put down a ball. They are all over her when she's up front.
Service error for Wisconsin. That's number 10.
A lot of missed serves in this set from both sides. When it comes down to just 2 points in a set, as it normally does in a match like a regional final, those are the plays that can haunt you sometimes.
Good serve by Swindle. Halter straight up. Egan with the kill. That's number 9 for Grace Egan.
Wisconsin has been really left side heavy over the last few plays. Really smart decision for Furbringer to push that long string ball all the way to the right side while she's moving forward. Reestablishes that right side as a threat.
Egan held to just 4 kills against Stanford, has 9 kills tonight. Good bounce back as she serves, and a good serve. Spears over, Furbringer for Andrew. Trinity Shad Series checks in for Wisconsin. 12 sets played on the season, 6 in the NCAA tournament, but 4 tonight. So we saw Jared Elliott go to the bench. Now Wisconsin goes to the bench and gets rewarded.
And this is a substitution that Kelly Sheffield likes to pull in when there is an opposing big attacker on the right side. So in this case, Tori Stafford is up front for Texas, hitting on the right in this rotation. Wisconsin wants a bigger block on the outside, and Trinity Shad Series can jump through the gym. She is certainly a bigger block up there than Vajagic.
Timeout called by Texas as the Longhorns are down by 3. One spot remains. Kentucky will take on the winner of this match in Kansas City coming up on Thursday, and it'll be Pittsburgh and Texas A&M after the Aggies won the 5-set thriller in Lincoln.
What that Texas A&M win showed was that anyone can win at any given time. And doing that on the road in one of the most hostile environments in NCAA volleyball with Vandy Center in Lincoln just shows that a team like Wisconsin can do it too here at the Greg.
Nebraska had won 63 in a row at home before Texas A&M ended that streak and earned a spot in Kansas City. Plenty of stars that will be shining in Kansas City. Olivia Babcock, Player of the Year last year, on track. Certainly this year, regional most outstanding player, as Pittsburgh makes it back to a 5th straight national semifinal. The outside hitting combination of DeLay and Hudson has been dynamic all season long for Kentucky. And how about Kendall Stowers today in that Texas A&M victory? A career-high 25 kills, hit 327. Logan Lednicki added 24 kills for the Aggies.
There are so many stars that I cannot wait to watch this Thursday night. And all of those players right there could absolutely be National Player of the Year type of players.
Michaela, what was happening in the Texas huddle?
Jared Elliott was trying to slow it down for them. He said, slow down, get a good look at their hitters. Let's read them and calm. That was the message from Jared Elliott.
Shad Series comes up with another kill for Wisconsin.
Shad Series is so impressive because she's only 5'11", but she touches 10-7. She jumps through the gym, and that's a different kind of look on the outside than what Wisconsin has with Vajagic.
Ace! Wisconsin's on top by 5. Remember, this set began with Texas on top 4-0 and forcing a Wisconsin timeout.
And that shows the fight that the Badgers have, able to push back, and that started from the end line with really good serving this set.
Egan, another good one. Stafford over. Shad Series, not this time. Point Texas. She'll check out, but was a big contributor in her moment on the floor.
So cool to have a player come in off the bench and make an impact like that. That's why you have to have depth in the NCAA tournament.
Sophomore from Ontario who has battled injuries throughout her career, making a contribution here in the regional final. And guess who comes in and has a swing right away? Vajagic. That's her 14th kill.
It's like plug and play right now on the Wisconsin side. And look at this spot on the court in the corner. It's perfectly right between the defenders, a really difficult spot to defend.
13 kills against Stanford, 14 today. Her career high 15 against USC. She heads out. Corner on the serve. Another good swing by Abby Vanderwall, the freshman. Just one attack error and 8 kills.
For Texas right now, because Tori Stafford has not had the kind of night that she is known for, the other attackers have to step up, and that's the freshman out on the court right now. All freshmen in the front row for Texas.
Wisconsin answers back with a point. Jared Elliott talked to Michaela Chester about it after the second set that Wisconsin was siding out at such a high level. They're at 61%, so they've maintained that throughout the match. Off the block, Texas with Halter. Collier has to send it over. Spears denied by Booth and Collier.
Mimi Collier is known for her offense, but she is one of the best blocking outsides in the country. The way that she's able to move her hands inside, even when her middle is not quite closed, is incredible. Great finish, turning her left hand back into the court.
Blocks are 8-7 Texas. Carter Booth, once again, as Michaela has talked about, leading the charge in that huddle on the bench for Wisconsin, Michaela.
We see the fire from Carter Booth all game. She told me yesterday at practice that she's been able to reach a level of play and fire that she has never been able to tap into before.
Texas is challenging a net fault in the middle of the play.
All right, so it took a moment. Texas took the timeout, Michaela, and somebody saw something, or at least they hope they did. So a challenge by Texas, trying to do anything they can to put a point up on the board and turn things the other way. So they're gonna have to go back through this point to see if there's any contact in the net. Sometimes these can take a little while as they go back through the point and look for any contact in the net. Timeout was called by Texas. So they are out of timeouts. This is probably the best way to do it. Let's just go right from the start of the play and see if we see this net bounce at all, Emily. From contact from the ball there.
Maybe a question during that last play where Wisconsin went back up to block. It's tough to tell if the ball was, or if the net was actually moving though. And this was a pretty long rally, so this could take some time to look. That last block from Collier doesn't look like the net's moving, so maybe it was earlier on in the rally.
During the timeout, Texas challenged a net fault in the middle of the play. After review, the call is confirmed, and Texas will lose a challenge.
So Texas out of timeouts, unsuccessful on the challenge. They have one remaining for the rest of this fourth set. Frustration evident on Jared Elliott's face. 12-4 burst here by Wisconsin. Again, it was Texas rolling out of set three. They hit 400 in set three, 125-20. They scored the first 4 points of the fourth set, but Wisconsin steadied themselves, and they have taken control of this match again. No touch by Wisconsin, so it's a point for the Badgers.
Texas's offense has not found any rhythm. That's because Wisconsin is serving them off the floor right now. They only have 2 aces, but it feels like every ball has been out of system for the Longhorns.
Simon kept it up with the pancake. Great save. But Spears gets the point for Texas anyway.
Good chase down in the backcourt. Kristen Simon flying through to keep this ball alive and gets it up. Texas right now just trying to push together point after point. They're going to need a really big run right now, and they've done that before with Rella Binney on the back line.
Binney at the line right now to serve. Stafford diving play to keep it up. Block it out of play. 21 kills now for Mimi Collier.
Mimi Collier is willing her team to a national semifinal right now.
Second from Wisconsin, Charlie Farbrander.
13th time this season that the senior from Lincoln, California has hit the 20 kill mark. the mark. Point Texas.
Texas is in this double substitution, so instead of having Swindle play front row, they have an attacker play up there in the center in the backcourt with Rella Biddy.
Ramsey Gary to serve. Opportunity for Texas, and they take advantage. Harvey again.
The misconnect on Wisconsin's side leads to a Longhorn point. There's been times this season where Ramsey Gary has gone on for 5, 6-point runs, and they're going to need that right now with some good service pressure.
4 kills on 6 swings, no errors for Taylor Harvey. Collier, rare miss hit by Mimi Collier, and Texas building a little momentum. Timeout Wisconsin, 3-0 run for the Longhorns.
This set has been a complete game of runs. We saw Texas go up by 5 early on. Then it was Wisconsin who made that 12-4 run. Now Texas trying to answer to get back in this match. Backs against the wall. Texas needs this set in order to advance this match.
Wisconsin was up 2-0 in control. Texas battled back in set 3, hit 400, and they got off to a great start in set 4. But Wisconsin, a moment ago, was on top 18-11, getting closer and closer to a spot in the national semifinal in Kansas City and a game against Kentucky. But Texas coming back. So as the teams wrap it up on the bench, I can tell you bowl season rolls on Tuesday. IS4S salutes a veterans bowl. Troy and Cam Cook from Jacksonville State going head-to-head. That's Tuesday night, 9 Eastern on ESPN and also on the ESPN app. Dan Ferran has been letting me know here about these runs. Emily Eamon, Texas with a 4-0 run and a 3-0 run in this set. Wisconsin with runs of 3-0, 3-0, 4-0, and 3-0. It's been that kind of back and forth fourth set here.
Yeah, it's been a complete set of runs, and that just proves it. Both sides not really able to take control and side out quickly in that way because the service pressure has been good on both sides. It was Wisconsin early, now it's been Texas late. Kelly Sheffield talked to us earlier this week that normally the team that moves on to a national semifinal is the team that hesitates the least. That was an example of Badger hesitation.
Stafford tried to save it, could not on the swing by Collier, who gets her 22nd kill, and that ends the 4-0 Texas run.
With Collier in the back row now, look for Furbringer to continue to keep that offensive threat going back there as well.
Tough set for Stafford, but she dug in there on defense, got the block for Texas.
Tori Stafford has not had the offensive night that she typically does, but she has made up for it in other ways. She has 10 digs. She's up to 5 blocks now as well. She's picking up with defense.
Kuyundich on the serve, and that's another side out for Wisconsin. They're the first to 20 here in the fourth.
It is so difficult to stop Carter Booth when she is coming through, especially as Furbringer is moving her along the net. That time behind the setter on a quick. She is amped up.
The defense again for Wisconsin.
That's the serve working so well with the front court block up front. Wardlow knocking him out of system, and a good read from Vajagic.
Vajagic with another kill. That's 14. Stafford in rhythm, puts it away. Her ninth kill.
So even though Stafford hasn't had the best offensive night, still expect Texas to get her the ball in this situation. They are going to live or die by their junior star.
Swindle to serve. Texas needs to win this set to extend the match. Service error for the Longhorns at a most inopportune time. 6th error of the night.
Those are the errors that Texas cannot afford right now in this set.
Grace Egan to serve. Egan, 9 kills, 9 digs tonight. Bunton. The up from Simon. Trinity Shad series. Point Wisconsin.
That is a big kill from a player coming in off the bench. Shad Series taking a monster swing at a very difficult out-of-system ball.
Another up from Simon. The swing from Shad Series is off the mark. Longhorns get the point. But Wisconsin 2 points away from winning the match.
Both heavy hitters in the backcourt. Tori Stafford serving for Texas. Mimi Collier hitting out of the back row for Wisconsin.
Stafford serves. Got a lot out of that. Was able to get it over the net. And a fortunate point for the Longhorns.
What a save from Vanderwall, because that ball was way too tight for her to do anything with, but she made something out of nothing.
Vajagic. It's called in. Texas will challenge.
Texas is challenging that the ball was out.
Texas assistant coach David Hunt was right on the line, and he's the one who made the first indication to Jared Elliott to challenge. An additional thing to consider here is Texas is out of timeouts.
You get an additional challenge should this go 5.
After review, the call is confirmed and Texas will lose a challenge.
It was a quick review, but our quick looks, it looked like it was on that line a little bit. There certainly wasn't enough to overturn it.
Yes, completely agree. That ball is in, right on the line. Great shot.
Match point, Wisconsin. Challenge unsuccessful. Texas out of challenges unless we get to a 5th set. And it's going to take a miraculous comeback to get to a 5th. For the match. Collier! Wisconsin is headed to Kansas City.
Wisconsin 3, Texas 1.
Wisconsin just did the hardest thing in this sport, and that's to win a regional final on the opposing team's home court. That's something that Kelly Sheffield has never done in his career at Wisconsin.
we saw it happen twice today. Texas A&M did it in Lincoln, and then Wisconsin comes to Austin, and they do it against Texas in 4.
And you want to talk about parity in our sport, and this is a perfect example of that. 2 3 seeds moving on, playing in some of the most difficult environments in college volleyball.
Texas heads to the locker room here at the Greg. Their season comes to a close, 26-4, and they lose the Austin Regional Final to a Wisconsin team that continues to roll. 13 consecutive wins for the Badgers, and they will take on Kentucky. Photo op time for the Wisconsin Badgers. Fill out that bracket. You are headed to the national semifinal. Another great performance by Mimi Collier. Emily, 23 kills, including the final one to put away the match, hitting .309.
You need what Kelly Sheffield calls an aircraft carrier to take you to that next level and to win you a national championship. If anything, to get you to a national semifinal. Wisconsin does not have the season that they have or get a national semifinal berth if they do not have Mimi Collier transfer in from Oregon this season.
We have to pull off the backing of the decal first. Where's Charlie Furberger? You need your center for something like this. Una Vagic does the honors. There's that ticket to Kansas City. Wisconsin hits .294 for the match. Mimi Collier, Carter Booth leading the way. Little photo op here. Oh, hang on, Mimi and Carter do the interview so they can take another photo. Go ahead, Michaela.
Mimi and Carter, you're headed to Kansas City. Mimi, I see some emotions from you. That doesn't come out often. What's bringing it out?
I just love this team so much, and we just fought so hard for this, and I absolutely love every single one of these girls, and it is so much fun coming into an environment like this and pulling it off.
Carter, you've been able to reach a different level. What's allowed that in your last tournament run?
I mean, like I told you when we spoke earlier in practice, I refuse to fucking lose. Sorry, guys, but I refuse. Yeah. I refuse, and this team refuses, and I think that's the mindset that we've had going through this tournament.
What's allowed this team to be playing its best volleyball at this point in the season?
Everyone just wants it so bad. We want it for each other. There's so much love within this program, and we just want it so bad for us, for each other, for this program, and it's just been so incredible to play with this team.
Thank you so much. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
Something tells me the celebration started during that interview. Just let it all hang out there. Thank you, Michaela, and congratulations to Carter, Mimi, and the Wisconsin Badgers, led by head coach Kelly Sheffield. Back in the semifinal round. They were there 2 years ago, and they are going again. They will take on the Kentucky Wildcats on Thursday. Texas A&M takes on Pittsburgh. National Championship Sunday. Our coverage begins 3 o'clock Eastern Time on ABC.
And now Kelly Sheffield has a date with one of his longest friends in Craig Skinner from Muncie, Indiana on Thursday night.
They'll be hanging around here for a little while taking the photos, and I cannot blame them. Congratulations to Wisconsin. For our producer, Carol Lagana, director Jocelyn Meyer, Emily Eman, Michaela Chester, I'm Eric Freed, and congratulations to the teams moving on. Kentucky and Pittsburgh, 5th straight trip for the Mighty Panthers. Texas A&M, the Aggies earning their first trip with an epic win at Nebraska. And the winner of the Austin Regional, the Wisconsin Badgers, all heading to Kansas City.